Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, let's take a look again at the euro currency. Well guys, today I have checked across the board on the different currency pairs. Well, and really didn't find any interesting that could be much more interesting than the euro currency. That's why I have decided to talk about euro currency again today, especially because yesterday we have discussed the short-term setup that could lead us to the 136.80, 137 area. Well, in general, the core of our idea is the big butterfly sell pattern on the weekly time frame chart. As we know, the minimum retracement that should be triggered by the butterfly completing is the 3.8 of the butterfly swing, and this 3.8 weekly support stands here. I don't have it on this chart, but in fact guys, if we will add the 3.8 major support to this area, we will get the confidence support around 136.60, 136.80 area. You could find this level in our weekly research when we discuss the weekly chart. On the daily time frame chart I don't have it, but still that is the possible area that market could reach. And since the higher the time frame is, the stronger the patterns there compares to the lower time frame charts. That's why I think that this butterfly, if we could call it, dominates over other patterns on the lower time frame charts. And that's why I still think that we could get some kind of the ABC top pattern, and that could lead us to this area. Also take a look that the monthly pivot point hasn't been tested yet, and this is also some sort of the magnet for the markets, that it has the tendency to try to test this area. Trend here is bearish on the weekly time frame chart due to the significant plunge down that has also very significant momentum, and market is not ever sold. So the one barrier that market has below it is this is the confidence support. You can see that market has tested it first by this move down, shown this significant bounce up. Yesterday, as we said, market could continue move lower, and this has happened. So market again has reached this area, but again has failed to pass through it, and has shown second bounce. But you can see that the second bounce that looks like the leg of this candle is smaller than the previous retracement. So you can see this level becomes weaker with the next testing. So as oftener market is testing the level, as weak it will become. So you can see again. This is like the ball that you drop on the ground. So the first bounce, the first jump will be the highest one. Then market will start shows the smaller and smaller bouncing, and you can see that the second bounce is smaller than the first one. Now let's shift to the 4-hour time frame chart. We will take a look at the two different charts on the 4-hour time frame chart. So that is the first chart that we have discussed yesterday. That's in fact our invalidation point, and to be more precise, near around 139. So if market will pass through it and will move above the 618 resistance, then probably market will start to prepare some other development rather than downward continuation. But until this highs holds, we still can get some sort of the ABC top pattern. This target around 136.80 area. Okay. The one warning sign here is this stop grabber that has been formed, but on the 4-hour time frame chart, stop grabbers fails very often, and here is also this could happen, But guys, that is the warning sign that market really could shows upward action and taking out of these highs. Okay. But if this will happen, because that is the target of this stop grabber, if it will work. Personally, guys, I prefer to trade stop grabbers in the direction of the previous trend. For example, if we have the thrust move down, I prefer to see the bearish stop grabber here that points in the same direction as the first bounce down, first action stance. But here we see the opposite stop grabber. So first move was to the downside, but this stop grabber points on the possible upward action taking out of these highs. That's the warning sign. It's in fact the risk for a current action. What else we could get here? In general, guys, the difference between this low and that low is just 1 pipit. So this low, at least due to the LPER UK data. If we would get the equal lows, we could talk about the possible butterfly. So for example, that could become the left wing of the butterfly. That could become the right wing that points on the reaching of the same target. Well, to follow this setup to the letter, we probably could say that we do not have the setup for the butterfly, but theoretically this really, since the difference it's just 1 pipit, so it's probably in fact the action could show something that will look like the butterfly pattern. So another chart that I would like to show you on the 4-hour time frame chart. So if we will contract this from the classical standpoint, you could just, this could lead us to the picture that really reminds some sort of the flag pattern. So it's a bit wide, but in fact the action that markets now is showing there could be treated as the flag pattern. Or you could, for instance, draw it in this manner, not the flag but some kind of the consolidation, but still that's the flag that sometimes appears on the markets. They are wide, but they still have the same property as the tight flags. Okay, and I can't exclude that this really could lead us to this action to the downside. Well, so that's been said, although our setup is still valid, and I think that the market has not bad chances really to continue move to the target that we have specified and complete this ABCD pattern. Keep an eye on this stop grabber, because that is the risk factor. So if you have taken the short position somewhere in this area, you could try to stop, and if market will move above this weekly pivot point right now, if you do not have the position and you would like to do this, if market will move above the weekly pivot point, wait for the ending of this upward action, because in this case it could really lead to the taking out of these highs. But this stop grabber doesn't mean that market will erase totally this ABCD pattern. It could lead just to wash and rinse of these highs, and market could turn down again after that. So keep an eye on this possibility. That's just risky moment, and it's very difficult to find some wise decision how you could deal with this, because it's really it could be costly and expensive to ignore this pattern, because it really could lead us to these highs. That's why it's very difficult to take the short position right now, but still overall action tells us that the downward action could be continued, and if you will not take the position to the downside, you could miss all this ABCD action. But that's a bit the personal moment compares to the compares your risk attitude, so how risky you are. Well, and for others maybe, for some traders maybe it will be acceptable only when the market will reach this area and trying to take the position short here, but that will be here. This could happen that you will not get this entry point, and market could turn to the downside right here and erase this stop grabber pattern. Now, for others, maybe they could take their short position here and place stop somewhere above it. Well, it's very difficult to say. Maybe on the intraday charts you will find some solution. But if you have the short position, you could keep it by but tight your stop to the break even, or just protect the profit that you have right now from this move down. If you do not have it, the safer way is just to wait when this situation with this number barrel will be resolved, because that's really the risk factor of risk right now for the bearish position.